I'm Edie Rice-Sauer, Executive Director of Transitions. Over the past 6 months, Transitions has survived 4 plagues: COVID, a flood, smoke, and linens. You all know about COVID and smoke, but we've also had a flood at TLC that displaced a number of us, and then there was the avalanche of the linens. Gonzaga needed to get rid of 300 sets of bedding, including pillows, blankets, sheets, and towels. And the catch? Most of them needed to be laundered. Well, in stepped Move Her Moving Company to deliver the linens, and a crew of 10 volunteers who trucked home those bags. Do you know how heavy a bag of cotton sheets is? And Skillskin, a local not-for-profit that serves differently abled persons, offered to launder the rest. Ultimately, over 12 local not-for-profits who serve persons who are homeless benefited from this gift. These linens would otherwise have gone to the landfill. So that was plague number 4. And each of these plagues has taught me more and more about our resilience, our collaborations, our tenacity. Let me tell you a bit about how Transitions is responding to COVID, and I'll do that in song. Girls in white latex gloves, temperatures taken, staff alternating, not feeling forsaken, tenants adhering, no positive tests, after-school programs give mothers some rest, hiring a tutor to start fall semester, handing out undies while calming protesters, showers and curbside meals done gladly, Miriam's house still a community. Who would have known we'd provide school on site now? Food banks continue, volunteers missed, and how? Trainings and book groups help motivate staff. Teach us, connects us, creates a life raft. COVID pushed us, water took us, pillows knocked us round. We simply took reins and created new things and saw growth and change abound. Our value of respect states, we believe in the dignity and inherent worth of individuals and respect their right to self-determination. During COVID, I've seen Transitions become incredibly creative and responsive to need while respecting our participants. I know this is true by the stories that I hear. While Women's Hearth closed in March, it slowly opened up to allow women to get the basic things they need: food, undergarments, showers, help with housing. Women came back worried that we might have forgotten them. One asked, "Do you remember me? Did you worry about me at all?" We sometimes become the only support a woman might find while she lives on the streets. Of course we remember you, your name, your story, why you are here, and at each step, we take those stories into consideration in how we respond. As Hermann Hesse said, one never reaches home, but where paths that have an affinity for each other intersect, the whole world looks like home for a time. Educare closed briefly, then provided respite care to individual families so as to minimize exposure. Now we're open full-time for childcare. And Cassie, one of our Educare teachers, described the joy she felt when one of her moms sent pictures of her graduation from a drug treatment program. We want to know those stories. We want to know the children are getting what they need. And more importantly, we want to be there, shepherding to success. For some, that success might mean finding a home. For others, it means reuniting with one's children. And for another, success might mean surviving one more night away from an abusive partner. The thing about Transitions is that we're tenacious, resilient, and creative. No stinking pandemic will stop us from creating respectful spaces for our participants. We will continue to respond to needs in a safe and individualized manner. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention how Transitions is responding to the Black Lives Matter movement. Many of the people we serve are from diverse ethnic backgrounds, and we work hard to have a similar representation in our staff and our volunteers and our board. That said, we don't always succeed. Following a particularly difficult hate crime at the cottages, we've been working very hard with the NAACP to clarify our policies, train our staff, volunteers, and board, and generally project a clearly welcoming spirit to all that we serve. The work continues, so pray for us as we seek to be a model of consciousness and openness to our Black and brown sisters and brothers. I paraphrase from James Hollis's book, What Matters Most. I am filled with hope that around the next corner, the new and the unexpected will cause us to reinvent ourselves, revise our way of seeing, and take us back to the point of beginning, which is awe, which is wonder, which is curiosity, which is terror, and which is a summons to stay in the fight. Stay in the fight with us. Thank you.